Today's sponsor is Name Productions. Not About Me Productions is all about you.
Welcome to this week's show of Mano y Mano. I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
We're basically breaking down the main fight card for UFC on FX2 on Friday, March 2nd.
Yep. All Phones Arena, Sydney, Australia, 6 o'clock US time.
Do you want to?
Before we get into this, the main card, UFC 144 contest that we had, we'll announce the winner on our next video. Not the next video as in our prelims, the next video for, I want to say it's the UFC Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Nogueira.
Dude, I don't know, there's so many fights going on right now.
There's a lot. Anyways, let's get to it.
Anyways, on to the main card.
Yes, sir.
First fight, actually main event.
Yes.
We have Thiago Pitbull Alves
versus Martin the Hitman Campman.
Basically a little bit about the Pitbull. He's a Muay Thai wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy. He actually has a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, so his jits are pretty good. He trains at American Top Team. He's coming off a win versus Papi Abedi.
Yeah, Papi Abedi.
Papi is a sick name.
It is,
but he got rear naked choked. Thiago is a strong 170 pounder. His kickboxing's amazing. Basically, when he loses, he can't stop the takedown.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much his weakness. But he's a very, very good fighter. Tell us a little bit about Martin.
Martin Campman, brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Robert Drysdale. Trains out of Extreme Couture out here in Las Vegas.
Very cool guy.
Yes, met him several times. Coming off a win against Rick Story, unanimous decision back in November. Yeah, he looked good in that fight, I'm not going to lie. But before that win, he came off 2 controversial losses. One split, a majority, I want to say, against Diego Sanchez and Jake Shields.
I thought he won both those fights, by the way.
Same here. But his Muay Thai, it's sick. You should see his knees, kind of like Vanderlei. Boom, boom, sick. But I think Thiago is going to pull off a knockout because Campman's chin, questionable.
Yes, I think, I actually think the same thing. I think Campman's got the weaker chin. If he's going to win this fight, Campman would have to take the fight to the ground.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do that. I think Thiago will be able to stop his takedowns if he tries to take him to the ground. And I definitely think that Thiago's stand-up is better than Campman's.
I think so as well. I don't think Campman's going to get the clinch in at all to use it to his advantage.
Yes. So we both got Thiago.
Yes.
On to the next fight. This is the flyweight tournament to crown the 125.
Yes, 125ers.
So we have, this is by far one of the sickest nicknames, by the way. We have Joseph Benavidez, Jobi-Wan Kenobi.
Versus Yasuhiro Uryu Shitani.
Can you say that one more time, please?
No, I'm not going to.
Let me tell you a little bit about Jobi-Wan.
Yep.
So he's a wrestler, grappling, kickboxing, and we all know he trains with one of the best wrestling and grappling teams out there, Team Alpha Male.
Yeah.
Our boy Danny Castillo trains there.
Last call.
Anyways, what makes Jobi-Wan so unique too is he's a southpaw.
Yeah.
Southpaws are very difficult to fight. He has a 3-fight win streak. His last win was against Eddie Wineland. He won by decision. And the thing with Jobi-Wan is he's 15-2.
Yes.
His only 2 losses are to Dominic Cruz.
Same person.
That's it. So I mean, I think this is a phenomenal move for him to move down to 125. I think he's going to be a beast.
Yep.
At 125. Tell us a little bit about
Yoshihiro?
Yeah.
Debut. He's coming off 5-fight win streak. He vacated his belt in the Shudo Fighting Championship out there in Japan to sign with the UFC to compete in this tournament. This is the first round of the tournament. He's a judo boxer. He's only been finished once, and that was via submission, so obviously he might have a chin on him. He's known for his counterboxing. Very, very sick counterboxing.
So he's a counterpuncher?
Yes, so that might come into play with, might use that jab a little more with the southpaw, but we'll find out.
Yeah, basically, Yoshihiro is a very good fighter. Those of you that really don't know too much about him, check it online.
Yeah.
Look at some of his fights. He's a very good fighter. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be getting this shot against Joe B1.
Exactly. And to add to his resume, he beat John Dodson back in '04. John Dodson, the winner of the Ultimate Fighter, back in December.
Who you got?
Benavidez.
I think this is actually going to be a very close fight, but I think Benavidez' pace will overcome everything. His grappling, his wrestling is amazing, and I think he wins this fight in a close decision.
Yes, I think so as well. I don't see it getting stopped. I think it goes to all 5-minute rounds. Yeah.
Yeah. So on to the next fight.
Yes, sir.
We have Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson
versus Ian Uncle Creepy McCall.
It's a hilarious nickname.
You see his mustache? It's sick too. Little chops. Woo, boy.
This is a phenomenal fight as well. So let me just go into a little bit about Mighty Mouse. He is a boxer, wrestler. He trains at AMC Pancration, and I just found out today, which I didn't know what the heck pancration meant, but I guess it's a Greek word, and it actually stands for a combination of boxing and wrestling. So, I mean, that's what he does.
Yep.
He's coming off a loss to Dominic Cruz, and basically Demetrius, his record is 14-2. His 2 losses, one is to Cruz in his last fight, and his other loss before that was to Brad Pickett in his WEC debut.
Yep.
So I mean, he's a very, very good fighter, and he actually gave Cruz fits when he fought him last. So I mean, this is a very good move for him too, to go down to flyweight for this tournament. So I mean, he's a quick, good fighter. So tell us a little about Ian McCall.
Uncle Creepy, 4-fight win streak. He's ranked number 1 in the world in the flyweight division, which is, I guess, pretty big division outside of the UFC, because UFC is just bringing it in. He has only 2 losses. One of them is to Cruz as well. He fought, this is his UFC debut, but he fought in the WEC years ago. He's a good all-around fighter, and
Who are you rolling with?
Mighty Mouse. It's hard to pick against the kid. He's really, really good.
I think I'm going to disagree, and let me tell you exactly why.
Okay.
Ian McCall is a bigger, stronger fighter. I think Ian's going to have issues with Mighty Mouse's speed initially, but I think he's going to be able to figure him out. I mean, Ian McCall wouldn't be ranked number 1, if it wasn't for a reason. He's a very, very strong fighter, and those of you that don't know who Ian McCall is, I mean, you're missing out on some good fights. Look it up. He's a very, very good fighter. This is also going to be a competitive match.
Yeah. This whole tournament in general is bracket. It's going to be wicked.
I'm very happy that Ian McCall's in UFC as well as Yoshihiro. So yeah, we're in for some good fights in this division.
Yeah.
So we disagree.
Yes. I think Mighty Mouse's speed is going to be way too much for Uncle Creepy. So that's the main reason why I think he's just going to be too quick for him. I think he's going to take him down at will, but we'll see.
On to the next fight.
Yes, sir.
Last fight on the main card. We have Court the Crusher McGee
versus Konstantinos Philippou.
And this fight's at 185 pounds.
Yes, middleweight.
Basically, to list Court's skills, he's actually got a lot of skills. He's a boxer, wrestler, jiu-jitsu, karate. He's actually a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's got a red belt with a black stripe in karate.
Wow.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
We really don't see him use his karate too much.
No.
But basically, he trains at the pit. He has an 8-fight win streak.
Wow.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is.
His last loss was to Jeremy Horn when he wasn't even in the UFC. So he's a very, very good fighter.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about Philippou.
Philippou, 2-fight win streak, coming off a knockout against Jared Hammond, which we called.
Yes.
We picked him. He fights out of the Sarah Longo fight camp out of there in New York, I want to say.
Yeah.
Stand-up fighter. He was a Ultimate Fighter contestant back a long time ago.
His skills are so much better now, though.
Yeah. His ground game can improve, but his stand-up is wicked. I mean, knockout power big power. But
who are you wrong with?
I think Philippou takes it.
I absolutely agree. I think Philippou has the better stand-up, the better chin.
Yep.
And I think he eventually catches Court McGee. I'm calling probably a second-round knockout here.
Yeah.
You agree?
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty much our picks for UFC on FX2 on Friday, March 2nd.
All Phones Arena, Sydney, Australia, 6 o'clock p.m.
And again, that was just the main card.
Yes.
4 fights on the main card. Stay tuned to our next video.
Yes.
We'll have the prelims on there. Thank you for tuning in. I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.